Hello everyone, and welcome to Stamp with Shel. My name is Shel Anderson, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Today we are going to be having a play with a new bundle that just came out in the November online exclusives called Delicate Framing. And it has some fabulous greetings as well as some framing dies. So we're going to play with this today so that you can have a look and see what it's all about. This is a different size card today. Today my card is going to be 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 inches square. So we are just going to get our card base burnished. Make sure I've got the right size here. Yes, I do. All right. And then I have a 4x4 piece that I'm going to put on the front of my card like so. And this is Night of Navy. And we're just going to pop that into place. Now, I'm only using one of the framing dies. There's many in this set. And I have chosen to die cut these out of wild wheat. I use this a lot as a substitute for gold foil. I really like this wild wheat, and I don't use it enough. So I was going through my scraps and had a piece, so I thought that's what I'm going to do. So now this one is just going to get laid down, oops, like so. All right. And there's a little bit of glue there that you see, but that is going to dry crystal clear. You'll never see it once it's dry. Now, another option is if I had used adhesive sheets, but we all know the story of me and adhesive sheets. I can never remember them. And I have so many packages of them, which is just ridiculous. Anyway, another thing you could do is you could lay the die cut on your silicone mat and use a sponge to apply the glue. But today I am just winging it. There we go. Isn't that pretty? All right. Now that I've got glue all over my fingers, I'm going to set that aside. And we're going to bring in the greetings. So happy for you. So very thankful. Here for you. Big hugs. And simply the best. So I am going to choose so very thankful. I think that's a nice greeting. They're all nice, but. And let's see if it's going to fit. Just gonna fit. Let's try a different one. I don't like it when they hang off the edge a little bit. Simply the best. I like that one. Simply the best. Yes, that fits much better. All right. Let's get ready to stamp. So we're going to put this in here. And we're going to line up our stamp. And I apologize if you hear my puppies in the background. They're having a little wrestling match behind me. And I am using Misty Moonlight ink. Even though this is Night of Navy, I always stamp my greetings twice. And I find if I use Night of Navy, it's too dark. So I use Misty Moonlight. So that is that. Let's clean off this stamp. And put it back in the case. There we go. And back into the case it goes, so I don't lose any. All right. Now I have another circle here in real red that's just a titch larger. So it's just going to give me a little border around there. And then that is going to go into the center. How pretty is that? All right, I am going to put that flat. I am not going to raise it up. Just need to make sure my grading is straight. There we go. Now also in this die set are some flowers and some leaves. So I have cut a bunch of these, and I want to use these as embellishments on my circle. All right, so this one we're just going to put like so. There we go. And I've got another one. We have a wrestling match happening behind me. Ladies, that's enough. Okay, and this one here, I'm just going to mirror the top corner like so. All right. And then there's these little green leaves, and there's large and small flowers. All right, I'm going to put the flowers on a mini dimensional, the big ones, because I can. I think I can, if I get them on there straight. Yep, I can. So I've got 3 of these big ones cut. I'm only going to put them on 2, and we'll save that one. And I'm going to simply pop these on like so. And like so. And now I'm going to let me grab a silicone mat and I'm going to lay these little green leaves down here and put a dot of adhesive on each one. And then I'm going to find my tweezers and I'm going to stick, oh come on Shelley, there we go, stick these flowers onto that dot of adhesive. Just like so. Oops. Just like so. Let go of my finger. All right. Now, I'm just going to place these around. And see where I want them. That looks good. Got one more here and one more leaf. Let's pop that on there. And let's move these down a little bit. Oh, I see what I did. This is on the dimensional, remember? I should have dry fit this one too. There we go. That's how I'm going to place them. So I'm just going to pick each one up, add some adhesive, and pop them back down in place. They're pretty. They're very pretty. And of course you could make your flowers whatever color you wanted. I was just going with what was in my scrap bin. And there's that. All right. Perhaps this little guy could go on the inside. Let's do that. And then we need to find some teeny tiny bling. And I mean teeny tiny. I don't know if I'm going to have anything current that's tiny enough. I doubt it. I'm going to go over here and I know that in one of these two boxes I've got some little tiny pearls. They are tiny. Little tiny wee ones. We grab some of those and we will put those on each little flower. Because those flowers are so tiny that a large embellishment would look funny. Teeny weeny pearls. Oops, stuck to my finger even. There we go. One more. And there we have it, my friends. This is the Delicate Framing bundle. And there's our card. And if you look at these dies, I should have taken the dies out to show you. I only used one, but look at all the dies that's in there. And then there's this leaf, these leaves, the large flowers, and the small flowers. Beautiful die set. Anyway, that is it for today, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and you can check this out online on the November online exclusives. All right, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.